that's such an, oh man, I love this coverage. It's so nice. So good. Hello everyone, and welcome to the return of Is It Worth It, the first episode in 2023 where I go around the world and the internet looking for art supplies that will help you in your artistic journey and make your time with art just this much easier. Now, I am super excited to be back. I've been wanting to try and get and do some of these for a while, but the new year came and lots of stuff was happening, so it didn't happen. But we are back, and I am so excited because a new product has come out from Ohuhu, and it is something that I can't wait to look at. And it is, bam! It is the Ohuhu wide mouth alcohol-based markers. I am super excited. I saw these and I was like, I gotta get these. And I have to admit, I may have gotten a little bit excited, and so I tore off the packaging, but I'll show you everything that was in it. But if this is anything like the previous markers from Ohuhu, it is going to be fantastic. So I cannot wait, and I really do hope that it holds up. And come on, let's go see if it's worth it. So what you can see here is everything that was in this package, right? There was a little cellophane plastic that was around it, and I tore it off because I was like, oh, I can't wait to get in it. And then I thought, you know what, I should do an Is It Worth It about these markers. So, but it comes with a nice little, booklet that tells you all about their different kind of markers that they have, which is fine. It also tells you what you're supposed to do with the extra things that are in here as well. But the wide mouth comes in colors as well as grays. I went ahead and took the grays because it interested me a little bit more. But they do have all of these colors here that you can choose from, which is great. And I'm going to assume that eventually they'll just keep making more and more of these wide mouth colors. Okay. Then it came with a pre-done color scale, like a color key. So you can just go right over it and then, show us the color so that you can actually have it, right? So when you look at it, you don't have to worry about it, like, oh, I know exactly what that gray is going to look like. So that's really cool. But the thing that really got me when I saw it was this, right? So one of the things, if you've been watching my Is It Worth It and you've seen some of the markers, you will hear me talk about, oh, well, the cap doesn't match the marker color. Well, I think they've actually listened to some of that, and they have given you the ability to actually make the color match, or the cap match the color. And what you're supposed to do is you'll take the marker, right? It says here CG1100, and then you just go over it, and it's a sticker. So it's a matte sticker, and then you can pull it off, and then you can put it onto the ends of your markers, which is absolutely amazing, and we might do that. So there's that. So automatically off the bat, I'm just like, wow, they've even fixed one of the issues that I've been having, which is the cap. But then they present it to you in this very nice box, right? And I'm a sucker for a good box, but these are it's a magnetic box, right? So look at that. That's just nice. And then look at that. Look at how pretty that is. That presentation right there is absolutely fantastic. And it is, let me see. Oh, there we go. Right? So it's also a stand. So you can even keep these in the box, right? You know how normally you get the box and you're like, oh, I'm going to take it out because I'm going to put it in a bag or whatnot because it doesn't matter. But look at that. It comes with its own stand for the box. It is nice and presented. That is just awesome. And then, of course, that snap. Oh, love it. Okay, so let's check out one of the markers. Look at the nice, sleek design, right? It's very thin. It's a very thin marker, but it feels really slick. It's got a nice design to it. Looks really cool. And then here, as you can see, even with that, you could tell, like you can start looking at some of the ones, right? They get a little bit darker, but the best part is that you can actually put the sticker on it, right, on the 2 spaces, and you have an option. You can actually have it so that it'll tell you what it is, or you can just do the color. Up to you, giving you options. Fantastic. On it, it tells you cool gray 2, right? So it tells you exactly what it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was nice. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to a snap. Yep. As you can tell, it's got a nice snap to it, and it takes a little bit to get it off, but nice, right? Look at that. Look at that. That is a huge chisel. Right? It looks good. Let's see if you can post it. Aw. There is no posting of the cap, so that's kind of a bummer. Right, such a nice design. Everything else was really thought about. Oh, I guess maybe that way. No, nope, can't save it. I'm trying to force it on there. Nope, nope. All right, so the lid does not post, so that's kind of sad. But I mean, if that's the only thing, I guess it's not that bad, right? But it's very nice, very light, very sturdy. Feels real nice in your hand. It's a little slick, but let's try these out real quick. And for the paper, because most of you guys keep asking about what kind of paper I'm using, it's just regular Bristol. It is a 300 series smooth, because I think that works. For me, it works best with all the different materials. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw, or not. Look at that. Look at that. They don't even come out of the box. That is awesome. See, I was like, such a nice design, and yet couldn't get it to post on the thing, so that's kind of sad. But all right, let's see. We've got Cool Gray 2.0. Here's our colorless blender. Cool Gray 7. Cool Gray 2. Oh. Cool Gray 0.0. Guess let's see what it says. Cool Gray 1.0.0. Okay. Cool Gray 0.2. There we go. Cool Gray 2, Cool Gray 5, and Cool Gray 7. Okay, so this is the way it's supposed to go. Then we have our colorless blender. We'll see how that goes. All right. All right, let's see. Ooh. That is nice. I mean, that first, if you want that first go, that is just nice. That is a nice color. Right, goes down real easy. At the beginning, right, obviously where most of your color is, or most of the ink is when it starts, that's where a lot of the color is going to go. But besides that, it looks real nice, and it does cover, right? So if you go over it again, right, do that, it does get to a nice dark gray, so you can get a lot of variation in just one marker, so that's really nice. So you can have a lot of a range with just these 5 markers, because it's colorless blender. And then let's see, you can get some nice thin lines, right? So depending on how you want to use it, you can get some really nice thin lines. Let's see about this way. All right, can do that. So we've got a nice little variety. It does layer, right? So it comes down, it's real light, which is cool. So it has a lot of blendability, which is great. Let's try this one. Man, they are stuck on there. So the snap, man, you don't have to worry about that, about the cap. All right, 2. So I mean, you do have to watch out how you're holding it though. See? Because then you can do that. So you want to make sure that you actually get it on there so you can get a nice flush, even mark, because it does. Look at how nice that is. Look at that. See that? Look at how nice that is. Even, very, I know it's light, but it's just very nice, even color. Don't need a blender. That was just great. Let's try the next one. So I have to say, there's some big jumps between these two, although this color and this color look like they go together. this one is a lot more gray. These two have a lot more blue in it, so they have that cool gray, although each one of them says that it's cool gray. But I do like the fact that you can get these little itty bitty lines with this mark too if you need it, right? So coming in, there's such versatility with this chisel, which is awesome, right? So you could come in and do some nice wispy lines and then turn it around and just, right, get some nice thick lines. These are great. All right, let's check the 05. Right, and just look at that. This lays really, really nice. Right, but the thing is that you can tell, like, if you go over it a couple times, right? Because this, let's get that. Right, that color is not so much darker than that color. Right, so it's something that you got to keep in mind when you're doing these colors, because that's such an, oh man, I love this coverage. It's so nice, so good, right? But if you keep going over it, it will get darker. So you got to keep that in mind when you're doing these colors. As these are drying, like this is still, like this is blue, right? This color is the only one that doesn't seem to want to work. Okay, so here we have, so this color has, it's CG1100. Oh, so this is a cool gray 0. Okay, so they are different. Okay. So cool gray 0. So this is a neutral gray. This is a cool, oh, it says it on there. That's a cool gray. And this is a cool gray. Oh, see, look at that. We made sense. Okay, so they have one, which is this one, which is a neutral gray. Okay, so that's why it doesn't have this blue in here. That's why that wouldn't work. But it says it right on there. I just would have had to read it. But that makes sense. Okay. So look, they give you two different kinds of grays that you can play around with, which is really nice. And then we got the last cool gray. And the coverage on that is just fantastic. Right? And then also, once again, right, you can just come in and just, you can get some really nice wispy lines with the same, the exact same marker, and that's great. All right, so we're gonna come in real quick. As you can tell, it's just good. So we're gonna come in and we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna come in and we're gonna do this. That out. And go ahead and hit the 5. Okay. And then we'll hit the 7. Okay. Then we're going to test out this colorless blender. I am not normally a colorless blender kind of guy, but let's see how. Yeah, it's pretty much just alcohol and it just thins stuff out. Right, so you can come in and lighten things out. Yeah, so all of you colorless blender people, you know how it works. But let's see. So if I come here, right, try and do this one. Whoops, that's not neutral gray. That's not gonna work at all. But all right, do that, and you can tell that it's gotten a little bit heavier here. You can come in, lighten that up, right, and then possibly come right back over it with this, right, and just pull in some nice transition. Cool. I mean, whoops, what can I say? These are fantastic. Like, I love how wide you can get with these, and like the versatility of the actual chisel tip. Like, that's just in this, and look at the flow, like that's right. You can do some really nice things with this and get very creative with just this tip. And depending on how you turn it, see? Depending on how you turn it, you can get some really nice things. So this is great. Alright, so we just got done reviewing Ohuhu's wide alcohol-based marker set. Grays. Now they have multiple colors, but we did the grays, and oh my goodness, these are fantastic. Like, the chisel tip on these have so much versatility. Thin lines, medium lines, thick lines, and then the flow of marker is just fantastic. And of course, I can't get beyond like the box and how it makes its own display stand, and then the stickers so that you can actually see what color is going to be coming out of that marker. So you don't have to worry about like, is this yellow enough or not? You just have the right color. These are fantastic. Yes, you should go get these. These are worth it. Well, that concludes today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it and learned something from it on our first episode of 2023. And I plan on doing a whole bunch more of these, so I do hope that you will continue to join me in the Is It Worth It series. If you have any suggestions as far as the materials that I should be trying next, please go ahead and drop a comment below and I will add it to the list. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified every single time that I drop new content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.